Salutations, this is Grim Devell, and welcome to our Let's Try of Godless. Godless is a game which I think is not quite out yet, but the developer contacted me with a key, offering for me to review the game, and it did sound up my alley to some extent. So I gave it a shot. I did play a little bit on my own, and I'll, just so I wouldn't be going in blind here. This game is, I guess it's a tactical combat game that kind of has a twist that you don't actually directly control any of your units. They kind of have their own autonomy, which is a twist that I particularly like. And I'm not going to try to describe the game too much. I'm just going to kind of get started. I am very glad I played this game a bit before I started recording it because it does seem very challenging. I failed several times before I got any kind of traction in it. And you can see I do have progress in this game. This is the kind of game that when you start playing, you start unlocking things. You make kind of overarching progress in the game itself. So when I first started playing the game, all of these things were locked. And after I made some progress in the game, it unlocked, I guess, two power-ups here, I guess. A full shrine health. And your shrine is basically like your headquarters that you have to protect each level. And difficulty levels. So I've unlocked that too. There are lots of other things to unlock as you progress in the game. As you just play more and more, I think more of this stuff will get unlocked. So we're going to hit play. And I guess we can choose difficulty now. And I can choose difficulty. I have that unlocked, but the only difficulty I can actually play is easy. So we will continue to play on easy. I guess we have to complete easy mode to get to normal mode, which I guess is fair enough. And you can see there are definitely other things I can unlock, like unlocking markers, effects, and items. Haven't done that. As a battle reward, you receive energy of the same type as the equipped artifacts element. We'll get to what they're talking about in a second. All right, so this is kind of the game world. And you get to choose an artifact to start with. So the first time that I played the game, yeah, it did give me 3 artifacts to choose from. And all 3 artifacts were kind of like, had 2, so these circles here, I can't remember what they're called. I don't know if these are called energy or what are runes or what they're called. They might be runes. And all 3 that I could choose had like double runes of the same color. So they were either both purple or both yellow. But I unlocked, the last time I played, one that was a combination of purple and yellow, and it looks like that is now just available for me to select. I didn't know what that would do. I didn't know it would create this new artifact called Shanazar. So I'm going to select that one. By the way, the first few times I started playing, I played as the twins artifact. I died. I couldn't get past the first board. The Darost artifact has some very powerful abilities that let me advance pretty easily. But I'm not going to play it this time. I'm going to go Shanazar just because I did unlock that recently. Although I didn't actually win any levels with that artifact. So, you can immediately go into battle. But before we do that, first I'm going to choose Shanazar. And you can see you can have more than one artifact, but you can only select one at a time. We have some stuff up here. We have mana, which is like currency that you can buy stuff with. You can buy... Oh, these are called sparks. That's what they're called, not runes. Sparks. And yeah, there are 3 colors. And I think when you start, you only have like the mono-colored ones. There's also energy, which you can use to obtain talents. So if I go to the chamber, that should show me... Yeah. So the last time I played, you get the more energy you have. Like if I start collecting purple energy here, I'll start unlocking some abilities that specifically have to do with the abilities that you get with this color. And that kind of rune, which I think will become a little more clear as we play. And when you do unlock these, you get to like choose an ability out of 2, which I guess it's sort of like kind of like XCOM, the modern XCOM level up system, which is kind of cool. You also have the merchant, which you can spend your mana on, which is very important to do. I guess it's giving me some tutorial stuff here. Runes enhance certain artifact skills, cannot be applied to another artifact. A scroll is a one-time spell. And yeah, so if I had enough mana to buy yellow and green, I could then combine them at the forge and make an artifact, or an artifact that I have never seen before. But until we combine them, I have no idea what it actually does. And you can see we have these are runes here. And you can buy these to give yourself more abilities on the battlefield. As long as you have a rune or an artifact that is associated with that color, I think. That's the impression I get. So we could look at the forge, but that's just to kind of combine those things that I just mentioned, to combine those sparks. And the armory shows you what you already have, but we don't have anything. So we're going to get started. We're going to jump into it. And again, I haven't played too much with this artifact. So every single board, you start by placing your shrine. Our shrine is starting with 100 hit points. And as you progress, if your shrine loses... Actually, can I lower the music a little here? I guess not until I place a shrine. Maybe it's fine. Like if my shrine loses 30 health on this level, the next level, it will still have only 70 health. There are ways of getting health back to your shrine, but we're going to place it right now. So there are 3 enemies that start out on the board here. I think that's always the case. And as you can see, each of these has their own abilities. I don't know how procedurally generated or how random this is, how many abilities they could have, but they're all pretty different. And they kind of force you to really pay attention to the abilities that the enemies immediately have on the board. So this guy, the Possessed Baron, apparently has 5 attack power, 9 health. The unit is immune to basic attacks for 3 turns. If there are no units nearby, gets a +9 maximum health, otherwise gets a +4 maximum health. If an enemy with the highest maximum health, except the Shrine, has less health than the Baron, he will add that difference to the counter. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what it means by the counter. And Body Takeover, which I guess is a locked ability that doesn't work yet. And the other 2 abilities take effect at the end or start of that unit's turn. So that's kind of complicated, right? That's just one of the 3 enemies. And it's going to be different every single battle. Here's a Battle Priestess. It's a little simpler, has more health, restores 5 health to the Priestess, and 10 health to a nearby friend. So this is kind of a healer unit. But it also takes 7 less damage from basic attacks. And that Righteous Strike ability takes effect when the unit performs a basic attack. And is this one a Priestess? No, that's a Baron. So it heals itself? Yeah, this is a Mage. So I guess it heals itself. The Council Mage, every 2 turns, deals damage equal to the Mage's attack, randomly split among all enemies. Okay, alright. And gains +1 attack for each basic active area, like a forest, swamp, lake, or mountains. And it does start right next to a forest, so if it attacked here, it would get +1 attack. Now, we're going to place our shrine, and these things, unless they have ranged attack, we'll still have to travel to our shrine to be able to attack it. These swamps, they deal 7 damage to units on that hex, although this one gets +1 attack for being next to a swamp. So that's a consideration. Maybe we want to put something next to a swamp so that enemies might have to stand on the swamp to attack our shrine. There's also this Elvish Temple, which if there's a unit nearby, the temple deals 10 damage to a random unit. If there are more friends nearby, the mana beam will target an enemy, otherwise targets a friend. So we might want to put our shrine far away from it so our enemies travel further away from the Elvish Temple. Maybe, if I'm understanding that. And after 4 activations, it locks. I think I might... And these forests restore health. And I don't know what abilities we have to start with. Yeah, this burning farmland. Well, if there's an enemy on it, it becomes prosperous. Heals all enemies by 3. Yeah, I want to stay away from there. I think I'm going to kind of just stay as far back as possible. If there's a friend on the hex, the lake increases maximum health of the shrine. I'm going to put it right here. Here's our shrine. And we start every battle you start with 3 abilities. that are a little bit random based on whatever artifact you're using, in our case, Shanazar. I think because, I think Shanazar focuses on like fire damage and volcanic stuff. So we can create 2 5-1, I think that's 5 attack, 1 health, caged cultist on chosen hexes. The cultist turn into a 0-10 mad orc, which inherits the attacks of the cultist. That's interesting. And that takes effect when the unit dies. So once these 2, if we place these 2 units and they're attacked and they die, it'll create 5 attack, 10 health mad orcs, I think is what that's saying. The mad orc, this would just create 2 10-10 mad orcs. And the orc adds 35% of their attacks to a random caged cultist. Okay. Interesting. All right, so these 2 things have synergy. Interesting. And then there's the Desecrated Volcano, which is a land. It's like one of these land hex things. It deals 10 damage to 5 different non-impassable nearby hexes. It also damages friendly units. If lava splashes kill a friendly unit, 75% of its attack will be added to all caged cultists. Okay, so I think we might want to place the caged cultist first, because this will then give attack to those caged cultists, and this also might help that. And I think we might want to use this later to kind of like block these things. So let's put down some caged cultists, and maybe we kind of put them just to kind of surround our divine shrine here. We'll put one on the water, and the other we'll put just adjacent here. Now the thing is, you don't have control over these units. They do have their own autonomy. And I don't know if that means, I really hope that there is some like randomness to what they decide to do. I don't know how random it is. It may be that like if they're given the same situation over and over again, they'll always do the same thing. But I do kind of hope there is a little bit of like personality to each minion, if that makes sense. All right, I am going to lower this music a little bit. It's a little, let's see, audio volume. All right, it's already, as you can see, very low there. Resume. All right, let's end turn and see what happens here. Okay. So that was... What was that ability? Like, what did you just do? I don't know. You did something to the caged cultists. They had some kind of, like... I don't know. Lightning battle or something like that. Okay. So this one is on cooldown. You can see they all have a cooldown. The Volcano's cooldown is only 2 turns. This one was 3. The Mad Orc is 3. I think we will place the 2 Mad Orcs, however. And try to get rid of this Council Mage. Let's see. This one, if there are more friends nearby, the Mana Beam targets an enemy. So if we put 2 friends near this, it should target an enemy, I think. Let's put the Mad Orcs next to this thing. Yeah, just surrounding the Council Mage. And we have 10 attacks, so in theory, they might kill it. Because it only has 16 health. We'll find out. Mana Beam. Yeah, Mana Beam attacked this one. Did 10 damage. Boom. We killed this thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that is. There could be a little bit more... Like, I might appreciate some logging to see what's actually happening, because it does happen a little fast. That 130% battle speed is what it defaults to. But I think even if it was a little slower, it'd be a little hard to figure out what was going on sometimes. Now, the only thing we can do now is place a volcano. And it only does damage to adjacent hexes. So I am going to put it next. Like, even if this one moves up here, this one moves down here, they'll still be adjacent to the volcano. So let's put the volcano down. This thing should still be attacking enemy units. I think we're looking good here. There's that Mana Beam. Boom. There are the lava splashes. Nice. Very, very nice. And more caged cultists. Sure. I'm going to place these Here, I might even place one near the volcano because if the volcano kills a friendly unit, it's 75% of its attack is added to all caged cultists. Actually, yeah, maybe I should have put this one there too. It's too late now, though. Because, yeah, you can maybe just sacrifice these things to give the mad orcs more attack. Let's see if it works that way. Oh, yeah. So that farm is no longer burning because it was next to an enemy. All right, and the thing killed it. Victory. Our shrine didn't lose any health. This level, like, I would not nearly have done this well if I had not already played several battles. There was definitely a learning curve. I probably made that seem a lot easier than it actually was. And that was probably a little hard to follow, too. At the end of each battle, if you win, you get a chest that has goodies in it. We got 92 mana, which you remember is like currency. You get some energy, which remember once you get a certain amount of energy, you unlock new abilities. And we did get a free Spark of Nature, which is really nice. If we bought a Spark of Fire, we might be able to unlock a new artifact. Cool. Let's go next. Just lovely. And this is Continent 1 of 6. I think I've beaten Continent 1 and gotten to Continent 2, and then I immediately died. So I guess there are 6 continents. Actually, is that true? No, maybe I did. I don't know. I don't know what I did. All right, let's go to the merchant. Because I think, yeah, this is enough mana to buy stuff. I'm pretty sure I think you start with a green artifact already unlocked. So I'm going to buy the purple one, the Spark of Death, and we're going to unlock a new artifact. I mean, I could also just unlock new abilities here. So if I unlocked Ultimate Sermon, Charred Skin Cult creates cult. It would be another thing, you know, those 3 things, the volcano, the mad orc, the caged whatever's at the beginning. These are other potential things that I could start with for those 3 abilities. So this, like, if I got Ultimate Sermon, maybe that would replace the volcano or something else. So this would destroy a random nearby caged cultist. The cult preacher. Oh, I see. Charged Skin Cult creates cult preachers instead of mad orcs. Interesting. All right. Then there's Restoration Aura, replaces strong bark skill of the Underworld tree with Restoration Aura. But we don't have an Underworld tree. Wow, Underworld tree that has 315 health and no... Yeah, so a lot of these things kind of synergize with other things we don't necessarily have. I think these are runes that are associated with colors we don't have. You can see, yeah, this one's associated with, like, the green and purple artifact, but we don't have that artifact, right? This one is associated with our artifact, the Shanazar one. This one is the twins artifact. This one, don't know what it is, the yellow and green one, which I've yet to unlock. So yeah, I think let's unlock. Let's buy a purple one. Cool. And now I don't have enough mana to buy anything else, but I'm gonna go to the forge here, and I'm gonna say, here's a green one. Here's a purple one. And we're going to unlock this. Merge them. Boom. Zan-gol. The artifact Zan-gol. Branch of the Underworld tree. Very cool. So now if I look at our armory, we have these 2. And... yeah, okay. And here are the abilities we have. So Shanazar starts with... Oh, are these potential things that we could get? I don't know. We start with these abilities. Zan-gol starts with Beacon of Souls. Heals the Underworld tree. Is this Underworld tree? Corrupted Druid. I don't know. I'm a little confused. But I'm kind of curious to try it. Create 3 overgrown... obviously, this is very, like, nature-focused. Form the path with the rifts from a Beacon of Souls to the Underworld tree to let the beacon heal it. So it heals your base. If a Beacon of Souls is nearby, its counter will get there. Yeah, let's try this. This sounds neat. So I'm going to switch to zan-gol. Also, in between levels, it kind of gives you some things that can happen. You can choose certain paths, and the paths have different options. We could go to a hidden workshop where we have the potential, although it's not mandatory, to exchange a random resource that we have for shrine health. Our shrine health is at 100. I don't think we need that. We could exchange a random resource for a rune, most likely an artifact we have. So an artifact meaning I could maybe exchange Shanazar, our old artifact that we were using, for a random resource or for a rune. And then after that, we go to Sanctuary and maybe do something else for a spark. Or we could go to the Vault of Souls to sacrifice some of our shrine's maximum health for a bunch of mana or strong healing. But I think we're going to try this route. Okay, so it actually doesn't want to exchange a rune. Instead, it wants to exchange some of our shrine health for abilities. We could get the Corrupted Druid. If a Beacon of Souls is nearby, its counter will get plus 35 and heals the Underworld Tree by the amount equal to the Druid's maximum health. Maybe. This one, and I think, we have a lot of health, and I think some of the abilities we have, like this one actually heals stuff, right? Or something heals, gives us more health. So this might be a good trade-off for us. Oh, this does create an Underworld Tree. This is the Underworld Tree. When the Underworld Tree is fully healed, you will win. Oh, that's interesting. If the Underworld Tree is destroyed, you will lose. Whenever the tree's health is restored, it restores an additional 12 health. Okay. A little of this is cut off. It's hard to see. And the Corrupted Druid. If the Beacon of Souls is nearby, it's... You know what? I want this restoration. Oh, maybe I'm a little confused. No, this is Restoration Aura. Replaces Strong Bark skill of the Underworld Tree with Restoration Aura. I see. So it changes Underworld Tree. And this one, Corrupted Druids gain Bloody Sacrifice. Oh, hold the right mouse button to see the most basic version. So this is what it normally looks like. The Corrupted Druid that we have is like this. If I get this ability, it would look like this. It would get Bloody Sacrifice. And heal the Underworld Tree by the amount equal to the Druid's maximum health, which would be 10 at most. Okay. And then this one, Strong Bark is receive 5 less damage for basic attacks. Or we could say whenever it's restored, health is restored, it restores an additional 12. And then this one, the Beacon of Souls, if a Beacon of Souls is nearby, the counter gets plus 35. All other beacons get 20. And then with the rune, heals the Underworld Tree by the maximum equal to the Druid's maximum health. Oh, so that's similar to this one. It adds Bloody Sacrifice to either the Corrupted Druid. No, these are the same. I think these are the same, which is weird because one costs more. But I think I like the one that's cheaper. I like because it affects the Underworld Tree and just boosts it. Let's pick this one. I think. This one? Okay, great. All right, so we lost some health, but I think we'll be able to get that back. All right, and now we get a second stop here. Let's check that out. Sanctuary. And here we could. Oh, no, but that would be getting rid of zan-gol, which we want to keep. We were considering getting rid of Shanazar. No, we don't want to do that. Here we could get rid of Restoration Aura, which we just got for a Spark. Yeah, I don't think we want to do any of these things, so I'm just going to finish. You don't have to actually select them. All right, we're going to the Antarctic Kingdom, and you can already see here what their weaknesses are if you've fought them before. Apparently, I fought a Possessed Baron the last continent, I guess. So we know that their weakness is tough units. We don't know the weakness of the Dryad. Oh, and there are 2 Dryads here. When Dryads approach forests, they will deal damage directly to the shrine. So I think based on the knowledge here, you might want to switch between which artifact you're using. But we're going to pick zan-gol just because I've never done it, and it's going to be fun. Great, let's go. Battle. All right, click to create the shrine. I will. Okay, so the enemies are mostly over here. Here is our Underworld Tree that we start with. All right, so this is interesting. I didn't realize it started with 55 health. That was definitely not clear. Because, remember, if it is destroyed, we lose. But if it's fully healed, we win. I thought it had an ability. I think we have some abilities that if something is next to our shrine, that's better. I don't know. I kind of want to put my shrine far away. On the other hand, I don't want this. Maybe it would be good to bait things away from the underworld tree. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it here so that things will have to stand on the swamp. If a forest is nearby, the Dryad will deal 10 more damage to the shrine. There's a forest. Yeah, that could be a little dangerous. I'm going to put it way over here. And hope that there's not synergy with these things being adjacent. Okay. If a Beacon of Souls, and that's a Divine Shrine. We don't have a Beacon of Souls. That's not something that we see, right? Oh, this is a Beacon of Souls. Heals the Underworld Tree by the amount equal to the counter value, and it starts with a counter value of 5. Requires the connection. Beacon is this, and this is no, that's a Divine Shrine. Okay, beacon and this is the beacon, and the Underworld Tree must be connected with overgrown rifts to activate the Spirit Path. And this is an overgrown rift, which has a large counter. Creates 3 overgrown rifts on chosen hexes. Form the path with the rifts from a Beacon of Souls to the Underworld Tree to let the beacon heal it. So does that mean it can be 4 spaces away? Also, we don't have any... Maybe I need to make a druid first, just so we have something to attack. If a Beacon of Souls is nearby, its counter will get plus 35. All other beacons get plus 20. I don't know what to put down here first. This is a little tricky. I don't love... Because I think these things are just going to attack the tree. Although maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just go towards the Divine Shrine. I don't know. Let's put down the Beacon of Souls first. I think that makes sense. It doesn't make sense to put down the druids until we have a Beacon of Souls. And I think we're going to put it 4 spaces away so we can put 3 overgrown rifts between it. So 1, 2, 3, boom. Okay. This is definitely new for me, so let's see what happens here. Okay, they did not attack the tree. Although I think you did just do some damage to the shrine. Yeah, I guess Nature's Wrath must be a ranged attack. Okay. Okay, now let's make this rift. 1, 2, 3. We've connected it. Cool. So now this will be healed, I think? All right. I didn't see its health go up. All right, nothing did damage to our shrine. A little confused. I feel like this should have healed it by 3. Yeah, I'm definitely confused. All right, well, let's get these corrupted druids down. If a Beacon of Souls is nearby, so we will put them near the Beacon of Souls, its counter will get plus 35. All other beacons get plus 20. Yeah, so we'll put both of these near it. All right, and we'll see what that does. Spirit's Path. Boom. Why isn't it healing? What am I doing wrong? Maybe that's not... Maybe, I mean, it is... This game is not released. I guess this still is like just a developer release branch. So it's possible this isn't correctly implemented yet. I don't know. I feel like it definitely should be healing. I feel strongly about that. So I guess that's true. Well, I could make more overgrown rifts. Would that help? Form the path with the rifts from a Beacon of Souls to the Underworld Tree to let the beacon heal it. Yeah? Does it need to be connected to the shrine for some reason? It's not close enough to connect it with that. Another Beacon of Souls. All right, what if I put this next to the tree? What happens? I mean, there's not much else we can do. We can't make more druids, which are the only things we can do that can attack. Ouch. All right, that hurt. These things are getting more health. Yeah, even this one, it did nothing. This is not great. We definitely should get rid of zan-gol. All right, all we can do is make more rifts here. So let's do that. Maybe I need to like put one on here. No, I can't. I'll just kind of like go this way. I don't know. All right, this thing got hurt for standing on the toxic vapors. All right, one of our beacons died. All right, we killed one enemy, but it's not looking great. All right, let's get some more druids. We can't put it next to a beacon right now. But even if we did, I don't think it was affecting the beacon. Yeah, something's definitely weird here. Just gonna get you guys near here. And hope that we can just kill these things with druids. This is busted. Ouch. I have a feeling we might lose this battle. Alright, let's get another beacon, I guess. And I guess here, just so it's connected to the world tree. And next to a druid. You can see, like, it clearly, like, the animation and everything looks like it's healing. It's just not actually. All right, more rifts. Sure. Rifts everywhere. Okay, that beacon died. Yep, still not healing. Something's funky. All right, I think we will win, but our shrine is taking an unfortunate amount of damage. All right. Great, victory. So we got some rewards. And, you know, I call this a let's try, but I think we will continue this probably until we're dead. I think we will play another episode. We got 88 mana, some nature energy, death energy, and a spark of fire. So I am going to put a cut in here. And next episode, we will spend the mana that we got, make a decision about which path to take. But yeah, as you can see, this is a pretty fun game. Even though it's clearly like in developers release and it's not out yet. It's not available. I don't think you can get it right now. I don't think you can like get early access, like pay for it or anything at this point. When I looked at Steam, it didn't look like it was available. So this is a preview of it, really. But you can see that even though there are maybe some bugs, it is very polished and it looks very fun. I do appreciate the complexity here. I think some, like I mentioned, some logging and a little more like easier to access information might go a long way. But pretty cool. So yeah, I think we'll continue this next episode where we will probably die, but we'll see how far we can get. So I enjoyed playing with you today, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.